Hey guys, welcome back. So I got my second printer. It's the ANET E12. For those of you that maybe know, maybe didn't, I'm not sure if I hinted at it or not. I think I meant to, I never did. Anyway, when putting this thing together, I actually had to use pictures that I found on the internet to put it together and use those as a frame of reference.
Good one.
Let's take a look at what I've got. I'm in a small room, so I'll make this quick here because I've got a lot to do tonight, and I don't want to make you guys wait too long for another video. I will make some better ones. I am working on getting a webcam so that I can attach it to my Raspberry Pi and actually get time-lapse video while prints are happening. That will really help this, but I need to get to that point. So let's start off with what's here. Here is my ANET A8. We're using 3D Fuels Workday PLA in grass green. This is a 1 kilogram spool, costs $50. Now this is good filament. This is absolutely wonderful stuff. It's solid, it prints well, assuming that your extruder is set right and doesn't crap out on you, which it's done to me multiple times. But once the print starts and it's working, everything seems to be fine. So we have a filament guide, a hotbed power cable strain relief, and another filament guide for the A8. That's all printing on this one. And yes, I am running a custom firmware for the A8 here, which is the bug fix branch of the 11X of Marlin firmware. This will eventually go into TH3D firmware as soon as I experiment with that and see if I like that firmware better. And since TH3D is a unified firmware, it will also work on the E12. However, on the E12 I have to burn the bootloader, which means I need an Uno board, and it's just more complicated. I will try to get into that if I can in a later video. We'll see. I just want to make sure I can do it first before I screw something up. Down here I have my Raspberry Pi 3 Model B Plus. This is running Octopi, and it is currently live. It is running on Home Network, and it is connected to my A8, so I can actually check the status on my phone, which is really cool. I like that. In fact, let me come in here, and we are going to go into, oh, I'm sorry, I have the thing right here on the desktop. And let me turn the brightness up a little bit so you guys can actually see it. All right. So it shows you how far through we are, temperatures and everything. I can control it. I'm just currently, as you can tell right up here, I'm not logged in. We go to terminal, and you will see things are actually running. I really like this, but I kind of wish that I could do control here, webcam stream. I don't have one, so when I get that working with time-lapse, we'll get into that. Things I've printed off here, obviously I got a little succulent planter, which is a self-watering version. I really like this guy. Of course the obligatory, yeah, we'll just go with that. And this guy is printing off a test, which is an all-in-one. It's got bridging and hole size, tolerance test, tower tests, and is currently working on an overhang test. So the far side goes to 75, this close side goes to 85 degrees. So we'll see how that works. As soon as this is done, this will let me know how well this filament works, which is, and I'm sorry, this is going to be interesting. This is Inland's PLA in silver. It's a slightly more textured filament, and despite the fact that it says 205 to 225 printing temperature, I actually have mine set to 215 because the sticker on the package actually said 215 was the lowest. So that's what I went. So the E12 is printing at 215 for the extruder and 66 for the hotbed. The A8 is printing at 210 for the extruder and 60 for the hotbed. I can turn it up. I usually run the hotbed here on the A8 at about 65, 66, somewhere in there. I haven't recently, but it doesn't really seem to matter. It looks like the prints are working great. and it's obviously printed off replacement parts for itself already. So yeah, that's it. And at the moment, I can't afford another printer, and even if I could, as you will very quickly here see, I have no more room. This is all the space that I have. Now it's kind of messy, I haven't cleaned up recently. I wanted to get this video put together. But yeah, this is all I got. So I will be doing more giveaways here soon, probably with some parts that I print off. I'll be making kits and custom designs and other things. If you'd like an upfront recommendation between the A8 and the E12 as to which printer to get, well, that's kind of subjective. I really like the E12 for its large print volume, its extrude aluminum frame, and its quiet operation. I really like that. And it's a Bowden extruder, which means it works, in my opinion, much better. The A8 is a little bit cheaper. Actually, it's about half the price, more or less. The downside being the frame is acrylic and is prone to cracking and breaking. It's not as easy to level the bed, it's not as easy to tune and tweak, and the frame is, seeing as it's able to flex more, in this particular case, because I moved it from my glass desk to this tabletop here, I had to wedge a business card underneath it just to keep the frame level where it should have been. So, considerations to take into mind. If you want to update the firmware on this, it's much easier. You don't have to mess with the bootloader. On this guy, you will have to burn a bootloader in order to get new firmware, including TH3D, which will eventually go on here, and eventually go on here once I can test it. I just want to make sure I've got some parts made before I do that. Anybody wants anything made for yourself, go ahead and contact me. As long as you have an STL file, I can go ahead and print it for you. I'll get you a fair price and ship it out to you just as fast as I can. That'll help me afford new filament, possibly new printers whenever I get some space in here. I might have to build a custom desk or something. And I can do some more giveaways too. Might be another Raspberry Pi, might be some models that I print. Depending on how things go, I may even be able to give away printers. We'll see. So, stick around guys, let's see how far we can grow this thing. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm having an absolute ball with this stuff, I tell you. This is great. So, that's all I got for this video. Stick around guys. I will see you guys in another one. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a good night.